Well, maybe I'm not used to many compliments, or maybe I feel little shy, or maybe the philosophy I have learned that your work should speak for you, not you yourself. So if someone compliments, I feel little uncomfortable.
Also, whenever somebody meets...
Subjective subject. It depends on person to person. For example, what I feel is my content, and I can tell that. I can't make it a general rule for everybody. One should know what one can do, one cannot do. One should know one's plus, one's minus, one's strength, one's weakness. And given set of circumstances, because nobody is perfect, whatever work is given, if I can maximize my effort and do that, I think you get the sense of content. And then content is always your happiness.
Yeah.
It is nothing to do with money, nothing to do with honors, nothing to do with your achievements. But if you realize that this is maximum thing I can do, and I have achieved that much, whether the result may be plus or minus, you get that content. And that's what has happened to me.
Yeah.
That it is not that all my projects have been 100% successful. Some of them have failed. Some of them have done exceedingly well. But I have put my 100% into that. That's all I know.
What?
When you know that you cannot fight against the tide, and you have put your effort, and then you say, like olden days people used to say, leave it to the God. What it means? That means you have exhausted all human efforts. Then you said, okay, that's all I can do.
Yeah.
So acceptance of that reality makes probably, brings you near thoughts I have heard. See, I am now 73 years old. I grew up in a village. There were no lights. Forget about digital, non-digital, one cannot imagine. And it's a small village. The only source of entertainment for us was reading.
Yeah.
So my grandfather used to read Mahabharata, Ramayana, Bhagavata, a lot of things, and I learned a lot. And that's the reason I could write unusual stories. In mythology, 5 volumes I have written.
Yes.
Okay. They are very unusual. It took almost 50-60 years for me to do proper research and then make those 5 volumes. So there are innumerable stories are there in my memory regarding the mythology or other stories. As a child, I used to like a person who is very stingy, and how he's stingy and how he'll save money at the end, how he'll lose. That kind of stories used to attract me a lot, But it's very difficult to write such stories.
As in?
Yeah. Stingy person, Maidar's stories are very difficult to write. Easy things are, it is like, there's a good person, there's a bad person. How bad person was affected and how good person prospered is easy to write.
Yeah.
But miser person's story, and children love misers.
Yeah.
I have written only 6 of them, I suppose. One of them is there in this series, Coconut Burfi. Coconut Burfi. One, when I write children's stories, I take a couple of days first to become a child in my mind. If you don't have children mindset, you can't write. Because you become so judgmental and you write something else. Then you are judgmental on many issues in life.
Yeah.
Okay? Second thing, there is no inquiry quality when you grow up. Accept it, it's okay. No, let's not get into that. Children inquire everything. So it takes a couple of days for me to be a child. And how you define a child is the one who is innocent, inquisitive, ready to learn new things, unbiased, open-mindedness, and abundant energy.
Yeah.
Okay, these are few things I learned from them. So you may fall, get up and walk again. A child does that. When an elderly person falls, next time someone, where is my stick, he thinks. The child doesn't think that way.
Yeah.
So that resilience is very high with them.
Yeah.
So I learned all these qualities from them, writing to them, and that made me younger day by day, I suppose.
Yeah. You play so many.
For a mother to say, this baby I like more. For me, all characters are great. And I've enjoyed every role. But maybe as a teacher, I enjoyed most because I come from a teacher's family. My father was a doctor and a professor. My sister is a doctor and a professor. My brother a professor at Caltech. And married into a teacher's family. So teaching is probably in my DNA. So I probably, of all the roles, nearest is to be a teacher is a great job, physically, mentally. But women are more stronger in general.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, not in terms of the physical strength, I'm telling you. And connecting to relationships, managing difficult situations, and multitasking. And God gives them, because when a child is born, she's a daughter, later she will be a wife, she will be a mother-in-law, she will be a grandmother, she will be amma, or she will be sister-in-law. She plays many emotionally difficult roles, and she has to manage everything. She will be a boss, she will be a subordinate. So that makes her probably more balanced emotionally.
Yeah.
I told her that I am only an author. I can write. More than that, I don't have idea. Writing, see, I grew up in a village, I told you, So my grandfather would tell shloka. How was Krishna? Meghashyama, Neelavarna, Shubhanga. That means it is what it is written in the shloka. And I would imagine him, how he would be. And in 1960, I saw a Telugu movie where NTR was the Lord Krishna. He played Lord Krishna many times. So for me, I could relate immediately. I said, okay, he was a Shubhanga, he's a tall, this, that. When my children grew up in 1980s and all, they saw Mahabharata by Chopra. So for them, you describe Krishna, they describe Nitish Bharadwaj.
Yes.
Okay, he was the Krishna there. My grandchildren recently saw Krishna Avatara, and they saw Saurav Jain. So when I told how is Krishna, they described Saurav Jain. So writing is different, and putting them on a visual media is different, because visual media has a limitation. Writing, we don't have limitations. Sky is the limit.
Yeah.
I can go on describing my hero.
Yeah.
Okay, and that is the difference between writing and digital media. So I told Aparna, beta, I really do not know this media, and I have never worked. And if you want to try it out, and her argument was right. She told it will help. It will go up across many more houses, many more children will see. And you can ask all those questions to Aparna. But I only told her, this is not my cup of tea, because I have never entered into that domain. Writing and foundation work itself is more than enough for me. I will give my stories, how you bring them up, what character name you will give. But I told, there are 2-3 characters I want in that. One is, of course, Ajji is me.
Yes.
Okay? Or Amma is me. Okay, they are called Sudha Amma.
Correct.
Because sometimes grandmother is called Amma also. So Amma is me. Then I have a dog. He is inseparable from me. His name is Gopi. I said, Gopi must come in this character. That's my Gopi. My granddaughter Anushka, for whom I wrote this book.
Yeah.
Many books actually, 2 books I wrote. And Nooni, I call her. I said, Nooni should be there. So these are the 3 characters I said I would suggest. However, decision is left to you. And I don't, well, I have enjoyed everything. It's a hectic life. It's one of the best jobs in the world, because what I like, I do.
Yeah.
And what is my passion, I get that job. So every day is a holiday for me.
Yeah.
Okay? Every day is a holiday because I love my job.
Yeah.
I love writing. Writing is my expression of emotions. And meeting people is always my strength.
Yeah.
I learn, and I reciprocate the same love, and they show me enormous amount of love to me.
Yeah.